This podcast contains themes that are unsuitable for younger listeners and parental guidance is advised.
It's been 30 years. Pass me that, mate. You're straight rated, right? It's a suicide mission. It's been 30 years, okay.
I was lucky, I suppose. I was very goddamn lucky. I didn't have to wear a suit in this trial. I just turned up in my clothes that I normally walk around in. Although I had to submit my mace as evidence, which I was not happy about, but hey, it has to be done. I was beamed into the court, into the soundproof dock, so I couldn't be shouting over people, because I've got a tendency to shout at people, and the Hartonans just wanted to be very, very careful and cautious, especially with this box having no visible doors, so you had to beam in or out. With a bit of luck, Elvis would have kept the bounty sensors located onto me, so if needs be, he could beam me out of there. I'm sure that the Hartonans just don't have any technology to stop a beam in or a beam out. But anyways, that's fine. I'm there. You had a panel of fairy judges walk into the room, and you had all these rabbit-like people sat in the auditorium, just listening in, all at the height of anticipation, listening in to what was going to happen in this trial of the century for the Hartonans. They wanted my blood, they wanted my head, and I just knew that they were going to go for the death penalty. Hopefully Frank would have done me right and not get me stitched up, because I will murder people if I got stitched up. I mean, this is easy. This is just far too easy. As soon as I got out of this box, I'd just walk my way through and just kill them, I suppose. Well, if they wanted me done for murder and genocide, then I suppose I better not disappoint them.
Now that's a very bad idea,
said Frank in my head. Frank, what are you doing?
Well, don't forget, I'm telepathic. I can hear everything that you're thinking about, so don't worry about that, okay? Don't worry about that.
Right, Frank. Okay, no worries. Just get the job done, get it over and done with, yeah?
Well, I think they're going to try and make a proper kangaroo court out of this, so don't worry about that. I got you.
You got me, have you?
Yeah, I got you.
Why does that not fill me with confidence, Frank? I'm sorry, but you just sound like my cousin Vinny.
Oh, I've seen that movie too. That's a brilliant movie, and he wins in the end, doesn't he?
Oh, fucking hell. This is going to be a right abortion of a fucking day. I just know it. The translator function on my wristband fired up. The court had now started.
Will the defendant please stand up?
I looked at the judge and his panel, and I slowly got to my feet and stood up. I began to deliberately yawn just to show my contempt for this bullshit court, and Frank just hissed at me in my head. I shut up, I stood up, and I put my hands in my pockets, looking out to the crowds of baying Hartonans that all wanted to see their justice.
Henry of Earth, ye are accused of assault, common assault, actual bodily harm, grievous bodily harm, murder, murder 1, murder 2, murder 3, murder 4, mass murder, serial killing, and genocide and crimes against Hartonery.
I looked at them. Oh, fucking hell. They're taking this really seriously. And I don't suppose why not, because I'm sure that in good times before the Anunaki took over, similar things would have been done.
You may now sit whilst evidence is given.
Great, I said. Great, that's fine.
Shut up,
said Frank.
Just shut up, don't say a fucking word, okay?
Yeah, sorry, Frank. I thought to myself in my head so Frank could hear it.
That's not a problem, okay? Just shut up, don't say anything out loud. If you need to talk to me, just talk to me in your mind, okay? You mustn't talk out loud. Just shut the fuck up, because they're not telepathic, they can't hear what's going on in your mind. But I can, yeah? And we'll use this to our advantage, so you can talk to me, and I can talk to you, but they mustn't hear a word, because they're going to find you guilty, and we're going to plead guilty, okay? So don't worry about that.
Okay, no worries.
How does the accused plead?
Guilty, Your Honour.
Okay, case closed. He's guilty. We sentence you to death. No, please, wait. You don't need to sentence him to death, okay? Now, you don't need to ask questions, because that's all done, okay? He's pleaded guilty. He's very, very sorry. What we ask, as part of our alliance, is for some special measures to be done. This man is a psychopath. He's a mass murderer, he is genocidal, but we need him and you need him. And the reason why you need him is because he's going to go off and kill a load of Anunaki. You think that he's killed a lot of you guys. He has. No one debates that, no one disputes that, but he has killed a lot more Anunaki, and the Anunaki are sworn enemies. And as part of our treaty, an attack on one is an attack on all. That makes the Anunaki your enemies as well. Now, don't forget this. The Anunaki, they steal from you. You mine it, they take it. Where we give you nice compensation for the stuff that you mine for us. And we need this man. This man is a psychopath.
Oh, great. I was thinking to myself,
Shut up!
Frank said to me,
Just shut up. You're breaking my chain of thought. I can't talk to you and them at the same time.
okay, yep, sorry, Frank. Sorry, I said.
Now, he's an absolute psychopath. But we need a psychopath because the Anunnaki are scared of him. They're scared of him like you are. What we ask for you as allies is to have him in our custody so he fights for us. And he'll fight for you as well. He'll kill Anunnaki for all of us. Okay? Now, we need him. We really need him. He has just killed a real high-ranking commander, and him and his team managed to pull off an impossible day of murder. This impossible day of murder is where they killed a prefect on Earth, a heavily guarded prefect, and it's never been done before. Never. And he was on that team. We need him. We need him for a mission that's up and coming. You may say that this is a bit lenient. It's showing leniency because he does deserve what he gets. Well, how about this? His life can be used to free all of us. He will kill more Anunnaki than all of us put together. He has a talent for killing, and we shouldn't execute him. We should use that talent to our advantage. Now, what do you say? If you can find it in your hearts to help an ally out, like we will help you out at all costs, we will promise you that he will kill no more. Because if he does, see that wristband that he has? It's integrated into his nervous system now. Yeah, that technology that we've given him is part of him now. We can send a message down to it to just turn his heart off, and we can just terminate him like that. Now come on, give him one last chance to serve you, to serve your people, to rescue your people, and you will not regret this. And if he goes renegade and starts killing your people again, we just turn his wristband off and he dies. What do you say to that? In light of your argument, we will agree to release him into your custody, and he is to stay in your custody until the day he dies. That is all we're asking for. Thank you so much. You will not regret this, and we will be sending you video updates of how he goes around killing people. That is not Hartonen, and he will make good on his pledge on not killing your people. And once his mission is over, he will do a tour of your planet for atonement. He'll do an atonement tour just so everyone can see that he's not a bad guy, that it was a massive misunderstanding and he didn't mean to kill all you guys. We will take that tour into consideration. We still find it very hard to believe that anyone can be so violent and cruel to people that he does not know. And he is really sorry about it. I swear down, he is really sorry about it. So please, don't worry about him. He will not kill a single Hartonen ever again. You have my word and you have my government's word on it. Okay, you may take him out of this box and return him to your ship. Thank you. You will not live to regret this. That you have my word on.
Elvis beamed both Frank and myself up to the bridge of the Bounty, where Chichi was waiting. Well, that was a quick trial, said Chichi. Yeah, it was. What would have happened if I would have said not guilty?
I'm glad that you did not say not guilty, because we could have been there for days and our mission would have been a bust.
What do you mean by that?
Last night, I had a communication from the High Command.
Okay, and what did they say?
They say that the plan's a go, and we're gonna get onto that tomorrow. We're gonna go and leave the Hartonen home world and go to our rendezvous point where the fleet is waiting for us, okay? and then you're going to be briefed on the plan. This plan is going to be the ultimate test, and we will set our part of the galaxy free. You have my word. The Anunaki are going to get what they fucking deserve.
Nice one, Frank. Nice one, I said. I'm looking forward to this. How far away are we?
We are about a day and a half away,
said Elvis. Okay, well, get us cracking and let's get the fuck out of this home world. We need to go, okay?
It is already done,
said Elvis. Great. I'm looking forward to this battle. So am I, said Chichi. So am I. Yeah, well, let's do it then, I said. Oh, by the way, Frank or Elvis, do you know if Josh and the old man are going to be there?
I don't know,
said Elvis.
No, I don't have a clue, mate,
said Frank.
But hopefully you get your reunion before we go. There's no point in us keeping your guys on the safe world if we're about to go on a full-blown fucking war.
Yeah, I totally agree, Frank, I said. I totally agree. Now I'm just itching for this lovely bit of murder. Thank you for listening. Please come back next week for the next episode. If you've enjoyed this podcast, why not check out our other podcast, A Tribute to Men That Hate Their Jobs, which is a brutal but witty portrayal of working a job you hate. In this podcast, there are themes explored in which happy workers simply wouldn't understand, unless they listen to these cautionary tales from a man that lost his ideal job because of the global pandemic. Be warned that this podcast contains strong and offensive language that some listeners may not want to hear. In addition, this podcast is not recommended for younger audiences. All our podcasts are available on YouTube. Just search for the musterxmedia podcast channel. In addition, you can also find our podcasts on Amazon Music, Red Circle Podcasts, Stitcher and Spotify. We also have another YouTube channel called The X Review. This is a review and reaction channel. Not only is it on YouTube, but it is also on Brand YouTube, BitChute and Rumble. You can also find us on Facebook, Gab, Twitter and Parler. All the links are in the description below.